above your e-collar, right, like that.
Okay.
And you're gonna push this all the way here.
Okay, so that whole knot and loop is gonna go right, sit right on top of?
Above.
Got it, okay, right there. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so it's gonna be e-collar, slip leash, muzzle.
Okay.
It's right in the middle of those.
Okay.
Yeah, about.
Go. Alrighty, we're gonna go. We're gonna walk back this way to that sidewalk, and we're gonna go down to the lake front. We're gonna go up the bike trail here.
Okay.
Okay?
So here.
Yeah. So we can even go take the sidewalk here.
You're gonna follow Josie.
All right. So 25. So tap 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 tap.
No.
Tap tap. Yeah. Tap. Tap. Tap.
So he's flailing with no noise, such as he doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, he's in panic. All right. Yeah. Yeah. What I'm doing here is just de-escalating. Not so much training. There's a difference here. There we go. Tap, tap, tap. 35. Yep. Good. All right. So, first thing is when we take a dog that's not trained before, I have what's called what I call good dog handling skills.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter if the dog's trained or not. I can come in and seemingly make the dog behave.
Okay.
Okay. I don't worry about sit, stay, down, come, heel, none of that stuff. I go into like a Cesar Millan mode.
Okay.
If you're familiar with Cesar Millan.
Yeah.
This here, I'm not using to formally train him. I'm simply using it to tell him to cut the crap.
Okay.
Okay. Now, that's not the ideal approach when doing e-collar. There's formal obedience that goes behind it. But if I'm in a situation where it's like I don't have the means to take 15 minutes to teach the dog, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, and people get too caught up with the finickiness of like, oh, we didn't take the time to like teach the dog obedience. Like, it's not about obedience right now. It's about getting the dog under control. Okay, so here, he was so right. Is that I looked at it was at 2. I'm like, 2's not going to stop this. I go to 25. I popped a couple times up to 25, and then we got the flailing. Because the brain's like, what the hell? Because it's physical consequence. So imagine when I was doing that, it's like another dog biting him to correct him. Okay, so another dog would say, cut the crap and bite him. And then he would have the choice to respond by either complying and stopping or by retaliating. Okay, so think of the flying around and flailing as retaliating, but flight mode. Right? Panic, like I don't know what to do. How do I handle this? So most people go, oh my God, and they stop. But if you don't work the dog through it, the dog doesn't get better. Okay, so I just kept my movement, right? Because he can only do one thing at a time. He's either going to flail around, or he's going to take the correction, settle, and walk with me. Okay, and as bad as it can look sometimes. Yeah. 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 As bad as it can look sometimes. Got it, thank you. If you take off the pressure, he doesn't know how to learn, he doesn't learn how to work through it. Okay? So pressure means crap. Okay?
So you're saying the higher the number or the frequency of it?
Right. I'm sorry?
Pressure means the higher the dial number or the frequency that you're tapping?
This is pressure.
Okay.
The level of pressure changes. Yep, good. Good girl, Joe. This is pressure, and the level of pressure changes the higher we go. Okay. So I'm still at 35. So we came to a stop. And I was like, he's doing well. I'm gonna put him under a little bit more pressure and I'm gonna have him put his butt down. That's why he started flailing around. Kept him under pressure, he freaked out, you know, guide him, and then he finally settled, and then by chance we had to move, we moved. Okay, so if you get too caught up on trying to do things smoothly, you're not gonna get anywhere. Because life's not gonna let you do it smooth.
Right.
Okay, so because I understand his mechanics, I'm able to kick in with this tool right away and just start working with them and getting him to settle. And if you hear his breathing, right, it's because he was stressed out. I put him under pressure, which stresses him out even more because I'm disagreeing with his behavior. And he's like, I need an outlet. And I'm like, well, that's not going to be the outlet. Right? It's gonna be, if you have to choose another way, that he has to let it go. That's the breathing. Okay, that's normal.
So it's actually a good sign.
Yes,
That's
right?
okay.
He's got to let the stress out somehow.
Yeah.
So, panting, heavy breathing, shaking, you know, lip licking, all that stuff is him just going, letting it out, detoxing, okay? And then we just keep going. As long as he's not doing, like I've not done anything here.
Right.
For the past like 3 minutes. We've just been walking.
Right.
That's how he's learning, oh, like this isn't a bad thing. This is telling me that Jesse is disagreeing with certain things that I'm doing, and I'm also using it for things that I want him to do, like put his butt down, but he hasn't gotten there yet. Behavior is always easiest because it's just don't do that. Obedience is more difficult because it's do this. You have to teach something. Okay? So a trainer put it, Gary Wilkes had put it as, it's more important to teach a dog what not to do than what it is to do. And that is exactly what I've been telling people because everybody gets too wrapped up on, my dog jumps on people, I need to teach him to sit. And I'm like, or just teach him not to jump on people. The sit is an extra step that's not needed. Right? So if the dog has been taught not to jump, sometimes they just sit on their own. Okay? Some dogs just stand around and just like walk around and they're happy to see the person, they just don't jump on them. Some dogs will just lay down. Right? So I don't care what they do instead, it's just don't jump on people. Okay? So the other thing I did here is I took up slack and I shortened it to about here. See this? So it's not tight. But if he starts to spaz out, if I go up, it's immediate. If you leave your leash like this, you're up here. Right? So everybody does that. So when I want more control over a dog that I don't know, it's higher up and shorter. Right? And I'm relaxed. The arms are down. I'm just moving. Right? Because you get what you give. Okay? So if you watch Cesar Milan, like he promotes a lot of like calm assertiveness and all that stuff. Well, he used to. He's changed now. He's softened up. Right, Enrique? Yep. So, old Cesar is so good to watch. Especially if you're trying to learn this skill. This is not this, but this. And my technical skill I got from Cesar because I watched the show over and over 3 times, rewind, how do you do that, how do you do that? Then I went out to an animal shelter and I practiced. So now, someone shows up with a dog that's seemingly out of control, take the dog, a minute or so, we're good. Okay? So, moral of the story is if I can do it, you can do it. What trick?
If I have him, he's used to walking on my right, does it matter?
Nope. And just keep it moving, keep it moving. Forward, forward, forward. Going slow, little guys. So we can let Gilmore catch up.
He's ramming into me. Do I?
Okay, once you catch up, we'll get into the specifics here. All right. Good. There you go. So you see how he's pulling to your right? What I'm gonna have you do is when you hear me say tap, you're gonna press your button, okay? So when he tries to go to your right side, I'm gonna have you pull to your left like you were and just give a singular tap. And then as soon as he transitions, you're gonna just relax. Okay? So relax. There you go. If he does nothing, you do nothing. I'm gonna catch up with Kara and Mr. Hunter here. go down all the way and make it back at yeah, so that one is great. There you go. Yep, forward, forward, forward. Good. Right. Relax. Power. Good. Relax that arm. There you go. It gives them direction. Tells them what to do to resolve the pressure. Right, I'm going to shut off that nose. Started going back, and it wasn't terrible. If you're like this, right? But who wants to walk like this? Right. Right? You're going slow to stop here. So, whenever we're walking, you always want to make sure that you're relaxed. You know, we carry tension with us. Like everybody does it. Every client that I work with, when they have their dog, they're so used to holding them back or whatever, that they're like this when they come in. And then during the training, they're constantly going from this back to this. I have to remind them. Because tension promotes tension. Okay? So here, we'll take Gilmore for example. I don't know if you guys saw just kind of what was going on. But if he acted out, I applied tension in response. Okay, and I was telling him, and I was guiding him through tension what to do, but as soon as he gave me what I wanted, I relaxed, right? So if I take Josie, and Josie's giving me what I want right away, there's no need to add tension, right? If there's tension from the dog, that's communication to you that your dog is doing something that possibly they shouldn't be doing, right? So if I'm walking forward, and I feel tension pulling to my right, that's telling me the dog's sniffing, peeing, pooping. If I've not given permission, then that shouldn't be happening. So then I can counter with tension towards me to direct the dog away from that, and then once they comply, I release that tension, right? Yeah. So I like today because we have a dog on an e-collar, we have a dog on a prong collar, we have a dog on a gentle leader, okay? All these are points of pressure, but they're different, okay? That one gives the most pressure, this one gives like the middle, that one gives the least in terms of aversion. Because there's no real aversive here, right? This mimics a dog bite. This is similar, but it's a contraction that becomes uncomfortable. Whereas this is simply, if she pulls, the discomfort is merely like just how the head is moved, right? So pressure is healthy. When you're walking, she forges ahead, and you lightly put pressure back to slow her down. And then once she slows down, you release that pressure. You're communicating, don't do that, do this. Okay, and it's super simple. Words aren't needed. It's literally just the tools. I got that guy to calm down. I didn't say a damn word to him, right? I just kept walking and then a couple of presses of the button, right? Same thing with any tool that I use. As long as the dog's not too far gone, I'm able to get that control back simply by using that pressure to my advantage, okay? Any questions so far? How you feeling?
Good. This is great.
Yeah.
Not like most walks, so that's nice. Probably just feels more comfortable.
Yeah. So you see how he's more relaxed now?
Yeah.
His tail's down because he's unsure, right? He's like, what the hell happened today? That's better, relaxing, right? He's panting, letting it go. His ears are back, his eyes are relaxed. But when he first came, that high state of arousal where all that reactivity was coming from. You bring a dog in like that into a dog park, chances it's not going to go well, right? Meeting a dog in this state have a higher success doesn't mean it will go well. Okay, just remember that, because people think like, oh, the dog's fine now let me try, and I go, there's more to it. Okay? And feel free, by the way, for future ones to bring water or whatever.
I have a little bowl, so I don't know. I have water in the car too.
Yeah, I left mine in the car too. I had a water bottle and I forgot.
And I have a little folded bowl in my purse that I keep around. In the car.
Give a couple more minutes and we start watching again. Are you guys in Lakeview?
Wicker.
Wicker, oh, okay. And not a good experience. She looks smaller in person though.
She's a big puppy.
Really? I feel like on the Zoom she looks a lot bigger.
She weighs 25 pounds? Oh my goodness.
Really?
Like she doesn't look like
No,
it, right?
she don't. No.
Like, I mean, they're supposed to weigh, I was looking at like golden retriever, like 3 months, like what are they supposed to weigh? It's like, they're like 17 or 18.
Sure.
How big do you think she's probably like, yeah.
Dad is 85, mom is 75.
Oh, okay. So yeah, about 80 then. Yeah.
So he's only 50, like 48, 50.
Right, Betty?
Yeah, she doesn't look like she's having
No.
sex.
Yeah, if you look at them together. No, she's 53. Maybe she is.
So what we'll do on this next one is put him in the middle. Okay. Make him a little bit more hard. I think he's on the
Do you recommend the left?
left is traditional. If when you do formal training, you do want to pick one side, because then the dog will be confused. I always train on the left, just makes things easier. But I've trained dogs on the right too. It's up to the person, really.
I got good traits though. So. Okay. She's got the good stuff. Oh my gosh. You just made a new mess of it.
Once I'll have you leave with Hunter.
Okay.
We'll put Gilmore in the middle, and then we'll leave it back with Josie. Okay. All right. Let's go. Just keep walking. What you can do, it's because he has the muzzle, most likely. Yeah. I wasn't sure if this was going to be open, because they had closed off.
I think they just reopened the lakefront like on Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it just.
And you can dip them down. Let's go to, you're at 35?
Yeah.
Let's go down to 25, 20. Let's go 20. So the more passive he is, technically the less power you should need.
So if he starts to freak out again and it goes on for several seconds, just keep matching them.
Yeah, I go in increments of 3 to 5. Once you get used to it, I don't even look at the collar. I just start, because he's not going to die. That's what I tell everybody. Because then you're too stuck on worrying about the number. While all this is going on, you're not going to get anywhere. So once you get comfortable with it, I'll just start bumping it while I look at the dog as I'm remoting. Because he'll tell me when it's the right, what's the right number. And then once I get there, then I'll look 35, 55 or whatever, and then I use it as a frame of reference. So then, like, if I see that context happen again, I just already go to that number and then adjust as needed. The same thing, but what is that, a martingale?
Yeah.
switch the martingale to where the slip leash is at. So it'd be muzzle, martingale, then e-collar. Because like when I've explained to her with Hunter here, is that you want your collar to be up here, not here, okay? That'll give you the most control. So like let's say he's trying to jump at you, when you pull away, it's immediate, okay? Whereas there's, and you learn more as you practice. And like when he jumps and stuff, like I'll plow through the dog. Like if he jumps in my way, I'm like, no, boom, and I keep going. Because when you hesitate, you allow the brain to become more invested in what he's doing. So if he's throwing a spiel and you stop, it allows him to continue throwing that spiel. But if I keep moving and if I have to get physical with him when I bump him, and he's like, crap, like being crazy isn't like helping. He'll get out of the yeah, you should.
A little nature shot.
So this is kind of, it's just, how'd you say? This is not how I would actually approach it, okay? This is, you show up, this is what we have, this is what I'm gonna do because I don't have time to do other stuff. We always start formal training and then I teach this to the person if needed because life isn't gonna be black and white. You're gonna have your obedience and stuff, but then life's gonna throw you something where you're like, obedience isn't a factor right now, right? So, but now you have the skill set to handle those moments. So when I train dogs, it's not always perfect, but I'm a good handler that if things go south, like I just keep moving and working and I can settle the dog and we're good, okay? So, and we post a lot of stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of that. I started a savings account for him. I just want to get like...
You send him to college?
Yes, well, you would be college. Yeah, I'm just kind of starting to get things moving with that, the training. Because I don't know how long
I go by what you're needing and what you're wanting. If you say, Jesse, I have a dog who's reactive, I just want to be able to walk him, address the reactivity, and I want him to come when I call him, then I go 6 classes. If you're like, I want to be able to take him hiking, I want to take him to a restaurant patio, and I want to take him, ideally to a dog park if possible, and walk him through Lakeview and whatever, and not worry about reactivity, then I say 12 classes. Because now there's a bunch more involved, right? I don't teach what people don't need. Okay, I'll look at the problem, I go, okay, you need this for sure. What else would you want? Okay, this is the time frame. Okay.
And then those are offered either one-on-one or in groups.
We just do one-on-one right now. But we work at Oz Park, where there's tons of dogs, people, strollers, bikes, rollerbladers, strollers, all that stuff's going on. So you're getting, it's not like we're training on the, yeah, like you're out there, so it's applicable.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I'll take him as he is. Alright.
Good. So I just want to point out here, did you see that shift?
The leg shift.
Where he was like looking this way, and then as Josie came in closer, he turned and his head more that way. That's avoidance behavior. Okay, that's good. Okay, so he has 2 choices. The dog approaches, I don't like it, go into conflict, or I don't like it, but I'm going to tend to conflict. Okay, whenever we deal with aggressive type responses, we always want avoidance first. Just so you know that, okay? Alright, feel free to lead the way with Hunter, Carol. Come on, Josie, just a little bit more, sweetie. A little bit more.
Got it!
Oh, Josie, look at these feet. That's exciting.
Yeah. Positive, because it's like if I go into conflict, there's consequence.
And he does not attribute
the e-collar is neutral. Now if you do stuff like show him the remote and I threaten him, that's different. But I don't do that. I don't threaten dogs, I just correct them. Good. He got a little bit stimulated by the piece here, but he settled. Lightly pull up and relax. Good. Come on, Josie.
Never seen these before?
Oh, this is her first geese experience?
I'd keep it on if you're gonna, because again, this isn't the answer, right? This is just part of the answer. My concern is that when a dog, you saw how you got frustrated, you start to like buck around, is we get what's called redirected aggression, because he's so stimulated or stressed, and then you're adding more stress that the dog will redirect with the bite. It's not making him aggressive to you, but it's the frustration has to go somewhere.
Got it.
Okay, and then you're the closest target. Okay. More often than not, it doesn't happen. Okay, more often than not, it doesn't happen. But I don't want you to leave here and then, oh crap. Yeah. Maddie's supposed to be doing more stuff with us.
I know.
Yeah, so I told her, yeah, I know she can see again too.
You're like stoked.
So
But you're done.
I was like, she's like, don't feel like you have to make work for me. I'm like, I got work for you. Don't worry. I'm
waiting for this moment.
I'm gonna take that brain of yours and give me all that knowledge. So yeah, I told her like, I'm gonna have her do a lot of content stuff like I'm doing now.
Yeah.
But her stuff. I'm gonna have her teach these guys more about training and stuff, puppies. So we may
I'll give you, if you need a subject.
I was gonna say we may
I
have
literally
to
just dropped her off.
Spoke stuff.
You could be a brand ambassador.
I know. I was telling you, I wanted to, for her section, I was gonna do like my logo of a runner. You know?
Oh, cute.
Yeah, for like her stuff, so it's like it's like her report. So hopefully we can get all that stuff rolling now that she's got more time at the moment. So, alright, yeah, we'll pause here. Let this bike and run.
Good job. That's good. What else? That's good.
We've come and there's like marathon taxis here.
Well, this is
We're
like
good.
the Lincoln Park Runners Cup.
Yeah. It's funny because a lot of my clients work here.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, hey, Jesse, I'm like, who's that?
Out of contract.
Local.
You probably recognize the dogs better than us.
Yeah. Now I usually remember the dog's name. Like with so many people. I have had a couple of clients who actually called the client the dog.
I think that'd be fine with us.
So what we'll do is we'll go back to the monument here. We'll do a little group photo, and then we'll go our ways. So every Saturday, 8 a.m. or Friday, I'll try to post the day before. Unless there's bad weather, you can assume that it's happening. But if like I wake up and I'm not feeling well, or you know there's a last minute change, I'll post on Instagram that it's canceled at least a half an hour before.
Okay.
This way nobody shows up and it's like, what's going
Walk
on?
through the grass talking about it.
Yeah, over here to the back to the monument. We're good.